So in this video, we're going to learn 3 ways that you can do your carousel. One is static and not animated, which is the very first one here. This one here, I'm going to show you. This is my page. I just did this design just to give you an example. So this one is static and it's just swiping from one slide to another, nothing special. Then the second one, which is animated, how you make a carousel that you can put animation on it. You can see this one, you can see this one moving. Okay, how do you make this kind of carousel? And the third one, which is the seamless, this one whereby when you swipe from one design to another, you don't see a gap. It's like they're fused into each other. So that is what we're going to be learning in this video. So let's jump right into Canva and do that now. All right, so the first thing we need to do is to create a new page. Okay, we're going to create the Instagram slide carousel. So let's go to, let me show you that again. Let's go to social and I'm going to take the Instagram portrait size. Okay, and right here we're going to search for template. Okay, because we're going to be working with templates so that we can create this as fast as we can, because carousel can take longer time than normal. Okay, so we're going to be on the template here and we're going to search for carousel. Okay, let's correct that. Let's just click on this one, Instagram carousel, and we're going to have a whole lot of ideas. Okay, I'm just going to select through to look at the one I like and the one I don't like. You have a bunch. You can even select your niche. Okay, if you have a niche, you can say for marketing, for influencers, just pick anything that you think will work for you. So I'm just going to pick anyone at random here. It can be difficult to select one sometimes. Okay, there's one that I'm actually looking for to use, but I can't really find it at the moment, so I'm just going to pick something random. Or maybe I can say for graphic designer. Okay, let me just add that for graphic designer. Okay, just to give you a more in-depth example. Like I can see that we are not giving more example tailored to graphic design. So I'm just going to pick this one here. I really like this one. This is the one I'm actually talking about. This one just have 2. Some may have more than 2. Let me see. You can see the number here, 2 slides. This one is, let me see. Okay, this one has more. Okay, I'm just going to pick this one because this one has more. And I'm going to apply all pages. What it means is going to pick all this design and it's going to apply them to my design without me doing anything. Okay, normally before you start making your carousel, you should have your content. Okay, how do you get content? You can actually generate content here in Canva. So what you can do, create a new document. Let's say document, where is document, digital document. This works like your Google Doc. Okay, you have this plain page that you can keep typing. If you are somebody who likes working with documents, you can create your document here. So I'm just going to use the magic right. I'm going to say something like how to become a better designer. I love that example, how to become a, or you can say I want a carousel. I want a carousel content that is easily swipeable on how to become a better designer. This is going to generate content for you for Instagram. Okay, we're not going to use this content, but I'm just showing you an example. I can see it's generating content for me. I can see it's even giving me headings and all that. This is the AI 2.0 that just came out. Okay, it's gradually rolling out, and I didn't have it as at yesterday, but it's beginning to show. This is not the, if I double click now, you see, double click to edit. Okay, this is generated AI. It's giving me a heading and all that. Okay, but this is what I actually want. I can say insert. You can play with AI 2.0, Canva 2.0, but just showing you the content. Okay, you can use this content to make your design and all that, in case you're looking for where to get ideas and content. If you're used to ChatGPT, well, that's fine too. But so let's go back to our design. So you can change the heading now, but I'm not going to change all the heading here because they are good. You can change the text if you want to. You can change all this heading if you want to your content, okay? But I want this tutorial to be fast so that we don't get it too long. So now that we have our content, first we're going to learn how to make the one that is static, okay? If you have your content, you're okay with your content, now you can just download it. Okay, to download is to come to share and come to download. Okay, now leave it as PNG. Normally I will increase my design size to 2 so that it can be large and sharp. Then leave it as high quality. We don't want transparent background, and just download. Okay, I'm just going to download this. Okay, now that we are done with the statics, let it download. Now let's move on to how to make our design to be animated. Okay, let's save our design. How to make it to be animated. So you need elements that are moving. Okay, this one we're going to animate them, or you search for elements that can move. Let me give you an example first on how to search element that can move. Let's say you want birds. Okay, or let's say laptop. Okay, that's closer to our content. Just search for laptop. Here, now that you're searching for laptop, you see this icon here, show filter. You click on this and say animated. Okay, it's going to show you the ones that are moving. Okay, and it's going to give you graphics. Under graphic, just click on this one, and all these ones here are the ones that are animated, meaning they move. Okay, I'm not seeing anyone moving yet. Maybe our filter isn't working properly. Let me see. Oh, you didn't even click on it. Then apply. Okay, now we have them. We have the animated one, so we can put this one on our design. Okay, maybe you can now adjust this one. Just give it some time, it's going to start moving on your design. Okay, and you can go to the next page and just maybe animate some of all these elements. Like maybe this one, I can say animate, come here, and maybe I can just make it to rotate. Let me look for rotation. It's going to be rotating. Okay, and let me come here. This one can make it drift, still on animation. What to come here is going to be drifting. The drifting, I want it to be very subtle. Okay, and just going to be drifting there. And just to give you a few examples, let me make this one to also rotate. Rotate. Then here I'm going to make this one rotate. Okay, these are just examples. Okay, you can settle down and do something very beautiful. So we have this one already animating now. So how do you download your elements so that you have them animating as you want to post them? So come to share, then come to download. Then you download these ones as MP4. Okay, because if you download them as PNG like we did, it's not going to move. In fact, let me click on it now. It's going to tell you limited media playback, meaning it's not going to play. Okay, but if you download it as video, when you are posting it, you select your video. Carousel, Instagram cannot allow you to post videos as carousel, so we can download them as MP4, which is suggested one. Don't increase it anymore because these are videos, they can be large. So I want to download all of them. So, and I want to download them as separate pages. If you download them as single page, it's going to come out as a video, and that means it's going to play one slide to the next slide to the next slide. But if you download them separately, like we're going to do now, you're going to have them on different videos, so you can post them separately and they're going to be swipeable. So I'm going to download. Now let's move on to the third step. How can you make a design that moves from one, which is the seamless carousel, the seamless static carousel? So how do you make that one? So what you can do is to create a new document. Now we're going to use the custom size. This is going to be a new design. Create custom size. Here, normally when you are creating your design, we have the 1080 10. Let's save our design first. Let's use this, and let's say V2. Our design I haven't downloaded before, it just popped up now, so I'm just going to download. I'm going to save it V2. Let's just save it like that first. So when you want to create, normally your Instagram post is 1080 by 1350, but now we want this length here, this width is the 1080. while the height is 350. So now I want to create a larger width. So what we can do now, we're going to multiply this by 2 or by 3. Then we're going to get if you multiply by 3, that means we're going to have 3 size of a slide in one single document. Let me just create that. If you make times 3, you can actually make times 2, times 3, times 4, and times 5. I want to make times 3, which is 3, 2, 40. Okay, I'm going to create the size. Now look at what it's going to look like. Okay, now we have this large document. Okay, so what it simply means that we have 3 slides here. So how do I know the demarcation between the 3 slides? What I normally do is to come here, come to my old design, just download a single page of a design. Okay, how do you do that? Share, download, click on this page. Okay, this single page, just like this, and just download the single page to make it really easier for you. I've already downloaded one before, so I'm going to cancel this because I already have the site. Or let me just leave it to download while I use the one that I have done before. So I'm going to go to my download folder, and this is the design. Okay, I'm going to drag it into my document. Okay, unfortunately this one is still downloaded as mp4, so I'm going to cancel it because that was an error. Let's go back to my folder. So I'm going to drag this one now that I've downloaded before, which is a single page. Now this is the size of an Instagram page, so I'm going to drag it. I'm going to cut it, Ctrl X. This is not where I'm supposed to drag it into. I'm supposed to be here while dragging it, then dragging it into here, but I'm going to Ctrl paste so that I can have it here also. So what I'm going to do now is to resize it and make sure that it's aligned with the edge. Okay, so I'm going to double click, I'm going to duplicate rather, and just make sure that it aligns with the second one, and I'm going to duplicate again, and now we have this 3 page. So how do you mark these demarcations? So normally is to bring in your rulers. Okay, shift arrow, we bring in your ruler, shift arrow. These are your rulers here. These are your rulers. So I'm going to drag one. It's going to automatically snap to the center of both of them. Okay, to the demarcation. So now that we have the demarcation, perfect, I'm going to delete this. Okay, now we have an empty page that has this demarcation. So we're going to bring in our design. Okay, we're going to bring everything here. Ctrl C, and we're going to paste Ctrl V. Okay, and now we have our design here. So what you can do now is to readjust your elements. You don't need to copy paste if you are designing from scratch. You just have to start making your design. That's the problem with designing swipeable carousel in Canva. You have to make sure you are designing from scratch. I'm moving my grid, yeah. So I'm just going to resize this. But if you're using your phone, you can't do this copy pasting to another document entirely. So you have to create your design from scratch if you want to create these swipeable designs. So I'm going to change my design, my background to black, so that we have it as the one we just did. So now that we have our first page, you can see where this element is going to lie. So we're going to remove this animated one because we can't do that on videos. So we're going to make this one to be here. You can see this line. Okay, I'm just going to give you a rough example. You can settle down and make a very nice design for yourself. I'm going to copy this, copy this, copy this, copy this, Ctrl C. Remember, if you are designing this on your smartphone, you have to design from scratch because it won't allow you to do this copy pasting that we are doing. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to place this one here, and I'm going to just copy this one and position this one here. I'm going to come here and position this one here. Okay, so on this third one, make sure that nothing is crossing to this part because it's not going to be seamless, because this part is going to be trimmed off. So now that we have our content like this, make sure everything looks good the way you like it, but make sure that there are elements. Let me remove this one. Let's use image of a person. Let's say image of this guy that I've searched before. You can search an image of your choice. I'm going to remove the background. So I'm going to use the image of this guy. Let's assume that this is not part of our work. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to make this guy small and just place him somewhere here. Okay, I'm not taking my time to actually get these things right. I'm just giving you an example. You can You can see there with the aesthetics and make it more beautiful than I'm making right now. I'm going to delete this. Okay, I don't need it. Okay, now that we have it, we have some part here moving into this part, so that we can make it look the way we want it. Okay, I'm just going to place this one here. Okay, cool. Now that we have our elements, text, you can change the text. Okay, but I just want to give you this swipeable design. So I'm going to download, and I'm going to download as a single document because it's actually a single document, and you can see the size already. But I'm going to change it to PNG. Okay, and I'm going to download high resolution. It's telling me because there are some object that are moving here, but I don't want to remove that. If I download them as statics, it's just going to remain the same. Okay, so now that we have this, it's going to download. Now the next thing we're going to do is to slide it. Okay, I'm going to save it as v3. All right, so how do you split your design? So what you need to do is to go to Chrome. Okay, I'm just going to go to my Chrome browser, and I'm going to search for carousel splitter. Okay, and just search. Okay, the very option that comes up first that has this pink S, just click on it. It's going to ask you to upload your image. Click on it, and you can select your image or you drag and drop. I'm going to drag and drop. So I'm going to navigate to my folder and just pick my design that I've made, and I'm going to drop it into here. Now it's going to ask me, how do I want it? Do I want it as a grid or as a carousel? I want it as a carousel, and I want it split in 3 because it actually has 3 columns. Okay, so I'm just going to click on splits. It's going to do the magic, and it's going to ask me download all as zip, and it's going to download. So it's going to download as zip. So now let's go to okay, now we have it here. So now we'll swipe. You see, it's not, you see that there's this gap, there's this line here. Okay, and we can see it like this. So this Instagram, and this is for the first one. So let's pause the second one. Okay, now we have the moving icon. These are like animated. You can see that one is wiggling there. Let's give this one time to load. So it plays them as video. So if you swipe to them and they don't move instantly, it's because your network is trying to load them. Okay, all right, after posting the last one, you can see that we have it as seamless. You can easily swipe from the first one to the second one. You can't see the gap. Okay, this is what they call the seamless carousel. So that's it for this video. I hope you're able to do your assignment. You can do either one. Okay, do the seamless or you do the animated one. Okay, one of this. Don't do the static one. Okay, don't do that one at all. Do one of them. Do the animated or you do the seamless. Okay, so that's this video, and I will see you in the next one.